We're in.
Shall we play a game?
Ah, yes, one of my faves, the classic 80s movie War Games about a computer hacker taking over government systems. That movie was way ahead of its time, and everything old is new again because now we've got a story about hackers taking over airport public address systems to rail on Trump and other things. Plus, I have an update on our own government trying to take over airports to rail on Democrats. Yeah, I wish this all was just a game, and if it were, humanity would definitely be losing. So let's be winners. Hit subscribe to Really American Media. Help us hit 1 million subscribers. We are so close, and we truly appreciate the support in these scary times that we're all living through. And speaking of being scared, segue. Some air travelers last night were understandably scared when this happened.
Last night, hackers took over the public address systems at 4 North American airports. They praised Hamas, they blasted expletives, and they took over screens like this image here, which says, "You are a pig, Donald Trump."
Yeah, and although I can agree that Trump is a pig, this whole thing is a scary sign of the times that airport systems can be breached like this. Here's a video from somebody at the Harrisburg Airport in Pennsylvania that recorded this audio message that was playing on the PA on a loop.
Netanyahu and Trump. Turkish hacker Cyber Islam was here. Telegramtional Cyber Islam. Free Palestine. Free Palestine. Free Palestine. Hacked by Muir Long, live Free Palestine. Hacked by Muir. Hacked by Cyber Islam. Fuck Netanyahu and Trump. Turkish hacker Cyber Islam was here.
Yeah, so in case you couldn't make all of that out, the message said in part, fuck Netanyahu and Trump, Turkish hacker Cyber Islam was here, free Palestine, end quote. It also said there was a blue Ford Ranger parked in the loading zone with its headlights on, but that may have been unrelated. It was unrelated? Oh, okay.
Some airport staffers had to resort to using megaphones to help direct passengers to their planes. U.S. Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy says the FAA is working with the Harrisburg Airport to investigate this.
Yeah, Secretary of Transportation Sean Duffy posted on X, because apparently that's how the Trump regime likes to communicate with us. He said, quote, "This is absolutely unacceptable and understandably scared travelers. The FAA and I are coordinating with the Harrisburg Airport to help get to the bottom of this hack." End quote. Thank you, Mr. Duffy. We all feel safe now. I'm sure your background as a professional lumberjack athlete will come in handy. And no, that's not a joke. It would make zero sense to come up with a joke like that out of nowhere. Just like it makes no sense to put a fucking lumberjack in charge of anything, let alone something having to do with our safety. And on the topic of mega morons posting stuff on X, several people posted things like this, saying that it's a liberal conspiracy from insiders at the Pennsylvania airport because, somebody couldn't possibly hate Trump without a conspiracy involved. But much like any GOP logic, it doesn't hold water because 3 out of the 4 airports that were hacked are in another fucking country.
Difficult to say why any one of these airports were necessarily targeted in this. We have one in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, then in Windsor, Ontario, and then 2 in British Columbia, Victoria, British Columbia, and in Kelowna, BC, the airport there.
So yeah, I don't think it was an inside job at 4 airports spread across North America. And just in case any mega idiots have stumbled onto this video, Canada is in North America, but that's a different country, currently a much better country. And I actually think that this post on X from a sane person hits the nail on the head, saying, quote, "Hilarious. Had that been a message saying Trump is the best, you would be supporting it and saying it's funny. Fuck your double standard." True that.
They have all addressed this in the form of a statement, and in those statements, all striking a similar tone and explaining that this was basically a third party gaining access to the terminal's cloud-based external public address. And in the case of Victoria, they explained that this is an outside software provider. And in all cases, that audio does seem to be taken over with some kind, as I say, some kind of a message. In the case of Kelowna, I noted this. It was about 20 seconds, they say, on the screens. There was also some kind of an audio message. A group calling itself Cyber Islam appears to be taking credit for this.
And speaking of unwanted messages being blasted at airports in America, perhaps you heard that Ice Barbie, aka Cosplay Christie, our DHS secretary, got herself all dolled up to record a video that has managed to make air travel even harder to stomach.
I am Kristi Noem, the United States Secretary of Homeland Security. It is TSA's top priority to make sure that you have the most pleasant and efficient airport experience as possible while we keep you safe. However, Democrats in Congress refuse to fund the federal government, and because of this, many of our operations are impacted, and most of our TSA employees are working without pay.
Yeah, seriously, that reminds me of a futuristic dystopian movie where the government blasts propaganda in public spaces. Well, apparently the future is now, and I'm happy to say that much like in those movies, the resistance is fighting back. By which I mean government agencies that have heard of the Hatch Act and don't want to break the law.
These 5 airports across the country are refusing to play a video of Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem at TSA checkpoints. The airports are citing the Hatch Act, which makes it illegal for federal employees to engage in politics while on the job.
Yeah, and that list of airports refusing to be a mega mouthpiece is growing by the day. As of now, these airports refuse to play that lying video that apparently comes from an alternate universe where the Democrats control all 3 branches of government. What a wonderful world that would be to live in. But back here in this one, you're not going to see that video in, get ready for it, Atlanta, Chicago, O'Hare and Midway, Dallas, Denver, LAX, JFK, LaGuardia, Newark, Las Vegas, Charlotte, San Francisco, Seattle, Portland, Washington International, Fort Lauderdale, Miami, Phoenix, Philadelphia, Salt Lake City, Minneapolis, St. Paul, Oakland, San Jose, Tucson, Spokane, Cleveland, Buffalo, and Niagara Falls International Airport. So just a couple of them. Oh, wait, did I mention Albuquerque, New Mexico? They just got added to the list.
Many of you have heard about this TSA video from the cabinet secretary that they want us to play in airports. And I will tell you, it's so disappointing to see a federal official trying to even do this. First off, to use a public facility for partisan gain, it's just sad and pathetic. And also in Albuquerque, it's not allowed. And I think most importantly, it's just not helpful for Americans. Right? They're trying to get to where they want to go. They don't want to be bombarded with a political message. So it has no place in the Sunport, and that's why we're not going to show it.
And thank you, Mr. Mayor of Albuquerque, for being on the right side of history. And while I may not agree with everything that Islamic hacker group did by playing their message in those 4 airports, I do agree that Trump is a pig. So I guess it's a small world after all, and finding common ground is not impossible. Maybe our elected officials can do the same thing and get our government open again so our air traffic controllers don't have to work without pay, adding to all of the chaos. But here's the good news. If there are any rogue trees attacking our airports, our transportation secretary might actually be qualified to help. Seriously, how the hell did that guy get that job? To quote Ned Flanders, like the tree said to the lumberjack, I'm stumped. Please like this video, comment below, and get vocal. From the Vocal Minority with Nick and Steve podcast, I'm Steve Harness for Really American Media.